Give it to me.
You're listening to Outta Nowhere. You're listening to the Outta Nowhere Wrestling Podcast, brought to you by WrestleCrate, WrestleCrate.com.
Sorry. If I could yell...
What are you apologizing for? We just started.
I don't know. I'm already saying sorry. There's a problem. Yeah, if my voice wasn't still screwed up, I would totally have just been like, or something like that, but I can't do it. I don't think my voice is going to be right until February. That's my guess.
You still fucking coughing up a lung?
Yeah, this has happened before to me. Like, I remember like 2 years ago on the show, there was like a 2-month period of videos where every video was like, ugh. Yeah, I've got that again. It's the cough that won't go away. Maybe I swallow some of the leftovers and it will happen. There's a lot of stuff going on today, JD. I don't know. I mean, like, I haven't looked at the news. I'm sure we'll get to that stuff too, but one of the biggest things that I've been thinking about is, well, first of all, TLC, I had no idea that was this week. I don't know why. Like, this shit just comes up now.
Yeah, it's like a fucking zit that materialized overnight.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was Jake DeMarco was like, oh yeah, TLC this week. I was like, get the fuck out of here, TLC this week. I thought TLC already happened. I can't believe that it's here
Sunday.
already.
And then we got fucking cock block at the end of the month.
Dude, it's unbelievable. This is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of enjoying it, but you know, hey, fuck it. Then we got, let's start off with this. This is sort of, I think, a hot button thing. Now, I haven't watched you in a week and a half, which is weird because I usually watch just about everything you do.
Yeah.
Especially at lunchtime and shit. But I've been so busy I haven't watched anything. What is going on with Sasha Banks and Charlotte? Do you like what has been happening? Do you like the match that happened? Do you like that the belt changed hands again? Where are you at with this shit?
Being that you said you didn't watch my Monday Night Raw review,
I'm sure you went into it on the show.
I fell asleep at 10:30, dude. I fell asleep at 10:30 on Monday Night Raw. I fell asleep during the New Day match. Oh, after the New Day match, after they beat Gallows and Anderson. I'm like, fuck this shit. And then all of a sudden, I see Bayley and Sasha in the back, and I fell asleep. I closed my eyes. I woke up at 11:15, and the match was over. I see Sasha with her hand raised. I didn't watch the match. I went back and watched it. It was the best match that they've had on the main roster. I will give them that.
Right.
The title change, dude, you know how I feel about the division. There is no division, and it's Sasha and Charlotte back and forth. It's making them look weak, and it's not doing anything to enhance them and the division. There's no credible champions. WWE thinks that by switching the title back and forth, they're doing something good, or this is epic. Look at the competitive nature between the two. You're not making a credible champion, and they think that switching the title is the most important thing. Meanwhile, to me, it's what you do with a long reign within that reign that makes the champion. You know what I mean?
I just can't believe that after when they gave it back to Charlotte again, it was like, whoa, they're Jesus Christ, they're playing hot potato with this thing. But okay, now that Charlotte has it, she's got to run with this thing until Mania. And bam, it goes back to Sasha. So that
you want to know? You know why they took it off of Charlotte, right? Because there's two reasons. Number one, they're trying to get Ronda Rousey for WrestleMania, and they want to book her in a match with Charlotte.
And they want
number two, they want to make Sasha heel to go against Bayley at WrestleMania as a heel.
Okay, that's exactly. I didn't know about the Ronda Rousey thing, but the Sasha Bayley thing is what I was agreeing with. So now, if you do that, that does make sense to me, but. isn't it a little far away for Charlotte to get involved with Rousey? Or maybe it's not. What are we talking about? We're talking about December, January. You can just throw December right out the window.
Yeah, maybe she takes the month off. I mean, she obviously deserved it. She's been the hardest working woman in the division, or on the main roster between both brands. But what does that leave after Hell in a Cell? After they hyped Hell in a Cell so much, like, how can you have a Hell in a Cell match and then continue the feud after being inside Cell?
I don't know.
You know, it's like they did things ass backwards. They put them in the Cell first, and then they want to put them in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Shouldn't the Falls Count Anywhere match came first, and then end the feud inside the Cell? Doesn't make any sense to me.
I think it's because they know the Cell is fucking bullshit. So, and because the Cell match wasn't very good. I mean,
What are they fighting over?
Well, it was good.
Why are they feuding
for the title?
There's no set reason why they're feuding over the title.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like everything else on Raw. They have a rivalry, or they have a competitive rivalry. WWE Raw is now about like the sporting part of it, like just like, you know, WCW or something like that. I think they're trying to do. I think they thought we wanted that to happen. Finn, I think they thought that's what we wanted. Every time they give us something, JD, I feel like they're giving us what they want, what we asked for, but they're giving us it the wrong way. It's like with everything. There's another example of it, and I'm going to really try hard to think about what it is, but this just happened again recently. Oh, it happened with the bar fight with Cesaro. I'll tell you more about that in a second. Shaft94 said, I understand the title is Hot Potato. He's donating. By the way, donation's open if you guys want to click the link in the description box all the way down at the bottom below to donate tonight live on the show. I understand that they're playing hot potato argument, but saying there's no division would be the same as saying 2005 Raw Women's Division. Lita versus Trish in 2005 never showcased any of the other women in that division, minus maybe Mickie James, 2016 similar. I think they are trying to shorten the division to keep your attention on it. They don't feel they need to have a bunch of women fighting and having this thing. But the problem is, there's 3 fucking hours. There's 3 hours. You could have 3 women's matches, or at least 2.
Joe, take how many women? I'm gonna let you answer this. I'm gonna shoot some questions off at you. How many women on Monday Night Raw regularly do we see? Name them.
Oh God, I mean, we see Charlotte, Dana Brooke, Sasha Banks, Bayley. We were seeing Nia Jax.
That's 4. Nia Jax.
4.
Non-existent ever since those squash matches, hasn't been on.
You're seeing 4.
You're seeing 4 women. Okay.
And now Evolution's coming.
Now look at SmackDown. How many women regularly are you seeing?
Well, the rivalry with Carmella, Nikki Bella,
2.
Becky Lynch,
3.
Alexa Bliss. It's called Alicia Fox.
That's 4. So that's 8.
And also, and you are seeing
and there's Natty, but Natty doesn't count.
And Dancy Shoes too.
Oh, Naomi. Yeah, but
Naomi.
she hasn't even been featured as often as she should be.
No.
So that's 8 right there. If you want to include Naomi, that's 9.
They're still there somehow, here or there. So you know they could come out.
What I'm trying to get at is what I came up with before the draft. I don't care about getting the women exposed on 2 different brands. The women should have been exclusive to one brand. They should have been on Monday Night Raw. Every woman, the entire division should have been on Monday Night Raw to make it a competitive division so that we don't see what we all feared, what we're seeing now, repetitiveness, rinse and repeat. The Cruiserweights should have been introduced on SmackDown from the very beginning. They should have been there. So that would have compensated for the lack of women. Cruiserweights on SmackDown, women on Raw. The tag teams, they should have floated between both brands. You should have had New Day floating between Raw and SmackDown, and that would have made up for the rest of the roster difference. That's what my logic.
Well, the other thing is, I'm glad the women aren't only on Raw, and I'll tell you because like they've entertained me on SmackDown, like they really have. I think the women thing has worked in a way for me just because on Raw I get to see Sasha and Charlotte compete, and that's about it. But then when you go to SmackDown, you know, you've got a cluster of women who are doing pretty good and entertaining me. Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch are doing pretty good with each other. But in the end, if you were like, I'm gonna you can pay money to watch one match. It's going to be Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch or Sasha and Charlotte. I'm going to pay for the Sasha and Charlotte match. So on Raw, you have, yes, like no women, but the women that are there, I want to see every single time. And on SmackDown, you've got a cluster of women who are kind of entertaining me in a way. But no doubt about it, on a 3-hour show, how can on the 3-hour show there only be 2 women really featured? And on the SmackDown show, you've multiple women's matches in 2 hours. So you're right. They need to add more women on Raw. I don't think they needed to split them, but they needed to make both divisions serious. And you need at least 8 or 9 women to be taken seriously in a women's division. Yeah. And also to bring in some random other women too, just like they sort of did with Nia Jax. You don't have to bring in women for squash matches every time, but bring in a competitive woman. This is fucking Tracy McGee from Idaho. She's and then have a match with somebody. You never know.
They know they fucked up. I think changes are coming. To be honest with you,
I think
someone brought to my attention that they have a feeling. I think it was a sub of mine. They have a feeling that Dean Ambrose is going to get traded to Monday Night Raw. And Sami Zayn and Cesaro are going to come over to SmackDown. What do you think about that?
That'd be great because you know what? Cesaro and Sami Zayn just don't seem to work on Raw. And that brings me to, I'm glad you brought that up, to that point about the bar fight with Cesaro. Now, a lot of people were tweeting me because about a year ago, before Sheamus started ripping off his suit, I said Sheamus should wear a suit like James Bond and rip it off. I seen you tweet that. So he should rip it off, and then he should be... What? You said Sheamus. I think you meant Cesaro. Oh, Cesaro, not Sheamus. I'm sorry. Yeah, Cesaro should come out. I said this. Everybody can look this up. It's on video months before Cesaro ever debuted the gimmick, before anyone ever even knew about it. I said he should come out with a suit on, rip it off. It would be nuts if he just ripped his suit into pieces before he came to the ring. I also said he should be involved in more backstage segments because he's kind of interesting in those areas. He's not good with promos, but he's good with situated scenes like that. So go let him do that. Let him do this kind of cool guy James Bond thing where he goes to bars, goes places, and maybe beats people up where he goes.
Well, what gave away the James Bond thing? That he ordered a fucking martini with 3 olives in it?
Yeah, right. But well, here's the problem with last night. That was so scripted and terrible. So they gave us what we wanted, which was some backstage scenes, like a bar fight and stuff like that we wanted. Problem is, it was so overproduced, it was ugly. It's almost like when you're like, I really want pizza, and finally your wife or somebody is like, all right, damn it, I'll get you pizza. And you're like, thank you. And then they go out and they come home with like frozen pizza.
You know what the worst part of that bar scene was?
What was that?
The Guinness that they served Sheamus, dude. What the fuck was that?
What was?
Jesus Christ, that shit had no fucking head on it.
It was a bar fight Guinness. It was a gimmick.
Like Kevin Dunn's like, here you go.
It was.
And he let the beer fucking just spoil sitting on the fucking
here you go.
The bar top.
This is my semen.
No. Here you go.
I bet you I know what the answer to this is, JD. I bet you this is the real answer. You want to know what I think it is? That place was a real bar. Okay.
I know it was a real bar. How did people tell me that they were there when they went on vacation?
Well, I want to those people that went there on their vacation. I want to ask you, because that was the sidebar. That was like the backroom bar. Backroom bars. Oh.
Your mother's garbage, you greasy ass fucking goon.
I agree with JD that all women need to be on one brand, but fear Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn would still fuck it up by only showcasing 4 of them.
McMahon.
BTW bought your Negan shirt, JD, but still haven't received it in my mailbox.
Well, good luck,
Love
Pro
the
Wrestling
design.
Tees. Hey, good luck. McMahon. Good luck, Pro Wrestling Tees is under fucking insano right now with Christmas.
Yeah,
but
yeah, give it time, guys. That whole website said they sold over like 15,000 shirts for the fucking week.
They sold more shirts than they ever have before. But if you haven't picked up one of my shirts, God damn it, go over there. Barbershop window for JD, ProWrestlingTees.com for me. Now listen, let me make this point. It's a sidebar, right? Now, if this bar is not a busy bar, many bars who aren't very good at it are notorious for leaving that beer there. They dump the beer in, they don't empty it, and it stays in there. The head dies, and you get shit beer. So it is possible. It actually is possible that was the fucking Guinness or something that was in that fucking, tank, which is gross.
All right, listen, Sheamus was drinking it. I guess he didn't want to make the beer go to waste. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, or maybe it was poured a while ago. That could have been the thing too. Those glasses could have been sitting there for a while, right?
Maybe.
So that, I mean, there you go, right there. I mean, but that's typical of them. But yeah, but I mean, the point is, like, it was just too. It was obviously scripted. The reactions of the people there was so goofy. It was like a Saturday Night Live skit.
Yeah.
But it was like they shouldn't have done it like that. Wrestling shouldn't be like a Saturday Night Live skit unless it's a full-on comedy scene. Like, it should have been shot like it was happening, like it was surprising. It shouldn't have been shot like we hired a bunch of goofballs and then we did all these extra shots later. I'm sorry if somebody knows. I know somebody is the director of this or whatever. I apologize. Hopefully the Road Dogg didn't have anything to do with it. But I mean, whoever did this, I mean, it was piss poor. I mean, it was well done for, like, you know, editing and whatever you do, but I mean, it was terrible for a wrestling show. That's my opinion. It took me right out of the goddamn thing.
Would you guys like to see Roman Reigns versus Goldberg in the main event of WrestleMania 33? No, I would.
Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. Well, we know who wins that one. Raw is dead. Thank you for the $26. Jaff94, thank you for donating. And CJ Crumb, thanks for becoming a $5 shit bum, guys. Thanks very much. Raw is dead, dropping $26. Don't forget about the $9 Raw donation. If you hate Raw, $9 tonight is where to go. The link to click on to donate is way at the bottom of the description box down below. Twitch alerts. Go look it up, and you can donate live to the show. If anybody's in the chat wants to help them out with that link, feel free to put it in. And hell yeah. Mike Will 87. It was a sidebar, fun bar to go to. What do you think about the crowds this week? I wouldn't make SmackDown live. I couldn't. I'm sorry. I couldn't make SmackDown live. Okay, I got you, Mike. I thought you were saying don't make it live. I was like, what are you fucking out of your mind?
Yeah, anyway. Mike does my my thumbnails and layouts for off the script and my pay-per-views. What's up, Mikey?
What's up, Mike?
Yeah, he was the one who tweeted me saying that he's been to that bar.
That's cool.
He was the one, yeah.
It looked like a nice bar, but I just felt like that's. But Mikey, I get the feeling that bar's crowded a lot, though. But that is a sidebar, and again, they tend to not empty those often. They get forgotten about, or you know, they don't empty it until they don't clean it, and you know, they wait till it's empty, and it takes a while because the sidebar is always a backup. So it's not a busy night. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I've noticed that there's been a lot of bars I've gone to where like that's where the fruit flies emanate from because it kind of gets to be the forgotten about bar. And
so that's why they were so easy to destroy, right? They didn't give a shit?
Well, that's what I figured. Well, no. It was, I mean, everything was broken was, you know, obviously gimmick, but it was just stupid. And they put up that fake wall. I mean, it was
a fucking TV on the table. What the fuck? Who the fuck has a TV in the bar on a fucking... Was it even plugged in? It wasn't even plugged in.
How hard is it to just say, guys, we have 2 cameras. We're going to do it all live. Do it good, and let's go. And just have an authentic fight. But nope, it had to be overly produced. So when they started the scene, I was like, cool, a bar fight scene. That's what's gonna happen. And then it happened. It was overproduced, and I went, that was dumb. So they were like, see, we're gonna give the fans what they want. They've been talking about this, and then they give it to us, and then it's like, ugh. Hey, look, we're gonna call up Kevin Owens and Finn Balor and all these people. That's what the fans want. And then they get here, and then they don't know how to write stories. So then we complain.
Shit bomb.
So they just don't know what to do.
You said SmackDown is the A show, then why does Raw have better ratings?
Because I'll answer this for
Raw
you.
is Raw.
Yeah, I'll answer this for you. Raw, first of all, Raw happens first. Let's get that through our minds, right? Monday, Tuesday, wait till next week. Monday, Tuesday. So Raw is Raw, number one. Raw comes first. So if you watch Raw and you want to kill yourself, you may not watch SmackDown the next night. And that's just it. Or if maybe you watched Raw on Monday and then you had your wrestling, you had your amount of wrestling, and you forget about SmackDown. Maybe there's people who refuse to watch SmackDown still because, I don't know, they just always watched Raw or something. That happens too. So
but you're saying it like Raw is blowing away SmackDown in the ratings. It's very, very close. It's not like leaps and bounds better than fucking SmackDown.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I mean, that tells you, honestly.
If Raw is a 2.9, SmackDown is a 2.6, 2.7.
Right. When in actuality, if you give ratings out, I've been giving SmackDown like 5, 6, and 7s. I've been giving Raw, 2, 3, 4s, and 5s.
Yeah.
So what I think, JD, is I think the casual fans are watching Raw and not watching SmackDown. I think they're like, oh, Raw, this is where it's at, and then
it's their loss.
It's our
it's
loss.
Their loss.
It's WWE's loss because they can't. WWE needs to create again. They don't have that. They have the fucking jaded.
Knows that. That's why he was very, very vocal and public about. Well, that's why we did the Goldberg thing. Nobody gives a fuck about what happened to the Undertaker streak. The fans can't remember it. They don't have a memory. They don't go back that far.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit, but.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you hit on. The fucking casual fan. Their fucking brain deteriorates. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, it was time to do something else shocking, and that's what it came down to. And you know what? At first, I didn't agree with it, but now I do, because what were they going to do? They got to do something. That's the only thing that's been, the Randy Orton surprise thing at the Money in the Bank was huge. Undertaker losing the streak. I mean, Sting coming back. Everything is a desperation. It's like playing Tetris, JD, right now. It's like the Tetris board is clogging up, and every time it's about to explode and you're about to lose the game, like the Undertaker shows up to do something crazy, or they got to call up Sting, or the Ultimate Warrior comes back, or they have to do something, and then it kills half the board and it starts piling up again, and then they got to do that. It's just never, you're never just starting from scratch again and having room to breathe. It's always desperation to get somebody to come back. I mean, I wouldn't be. I don't think that I would go on record as saying like Shawn Michaels will never come back again. And I don't think he will, to be honest. But, man, I know he must have been offered multiple times now to come back because they are desperate.
Yeah, they are desperate. That's why they're building the whole Rumble around fucking Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. And then Ric Flair's got the balls to say, well, Goldberg should win the Royal Rumble. Really? Give me a break.
What?
That's why they're planning The Undertaker versus AJ Styles, because they have nobody. They want to go big, but they don't have big. They don't have anybody built up. They've neglected, and after years and years of neglect, it's catching up to them. And WWE's got to fucking sleep in their own fucking bed with all the bullshit that they pretty much brought upon themselves.
It's almost
There's not one guy on that roster that's a superstar. Not one.
It's almost amazing to me that there is nothing. There is nothing.
There's nothing there. There's nothing. There's no Austin. There's no Triple H. There's no Cena's still there, but there's nobody even fucking relatively close at all to being the next John Cena. Who's the next John Cena? Is he even in the WWE? No.
We know we had Brian, and that was it. He was
Brian was the last one.
And Brian was like perfect because Brian was like the new incarnation of the guy. Like you had Hulk Hogan, then you had Stone Cold Steve Austin in the Attitude Era, then you had Cena through that whole time.
And before Brian, there was Punk, and they fucking fucked Punk over.
Right, and they fucked Punk up. And then they get Brian, and it's perfect. It's an underdog that everyone relates to, and he doesn't have to give the middle finger to people, and he doesn't have to be the good American hero. People just love him for his compete level. I will give in till I'm victorious.
The next NXT champion, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm fucking Bobby Roode. Triple H wants to fuck me.
Glorious. Yeah.
Only person who suffers from memory loss is Vince himself. That Alzheimer's riddled fuck needs to step down.
Wow.
Apologies to people with friends and family with actual Alzheimer's. But he really is the linchpin in the product being as shit as it is.
Well, I can't fully... maybe you're right. My thing, again, is they tried. The weird thing is like they're trying. It seems like they're trying, but they're not doing it right. It's like, what is going on? They listened to us. They did. They changed. Remember, everything we said, JD, they changed the Raw set. We've been screaming for all this stuff. They changed the, whether you like what they did or not.
Shit bomb.
Whether you like what they did or not, they did it.
In a bar fight.
Matt Hardy, I would eat your soul and I would drink a Samuel Adams. CJ Crumb, thank you for becoming a $5 shit bum. JD, say CJ Crumb has a big cock.
CJ Crumb has a big cock.
There you go, CJ. How'd you like that? That's weird.
Yeah, can you imagine Matt? Yeah, imagine Matt Hardy in a bar. He'll probably fucking be telling the bartender that his soul has drank with Samuel Adams on many occasions.
Right. Exactly. Well, we're doing pretty good tonight. 700 people watching. That's all right.
I did mention it in a video I put up.
I'm telling you, though, you got to make them single videos, Jay. You got to be like, let's go. But make it clickbait, though. Say, like, WWE star has cancer. And then... and put up two different people's pictures. And then when the video comes on, be like, hey, I got good news and I got good news. The good news is I'm lying. Nobody has cancer. And the other good news is I'll be live tonight for Out of Nowhere. Fuck your credibility.
Yeah. Well, then I'll get fucking shit all over it. And oh, yo, JD, you're clickbaiting. Well, Joe told me to do it.
Yeah, just say I told you to do it. It's something I would do that. And I'm a little scummy. I'm not Sean's view, but I do have my scummy moments, and I will admit to that. But
Listen, man, YouTube is calling for clickbait. They're pretty much forcing you to do it to stay alive.
Yeah, pretty much. Fuck you, YouTube, and fuck you, Sean's view. No, but so they give us what they want, right? On Raw, they gave us the Owens, they gave us the Balor, they gave us the new theme music, they gave us the new stage, they gave us everything that we had sort of asked for, but they didn't. But they sabotaged it. It's almost as if to say, look at all this stuff we did that you said you wanted, and now it still sucks.
It's like when Balor got injured, fucking Raw got injured with him.
Right. But I think it would have been bad no matter what. Yeah. Even if he was here. I mean, it would have been better if he was here, but even if he's here, it doesn't, again, there's still no storylines fully. Again, Raw is the show where you're like, I wonder who's going to win the title. I wonder what will happen at the pay-per-view with the title and stuff. But you have no idea about anything else. John619 says, pretty sad that 205 not getting much of a reaction from the crowd, or should I say what was left of the crowd. I think they need to tape it before SmackDown and just call it 205 taped. Really? Was the crowd bad? I haven't seen it yet.
I don't know why they can't go live at 7 o'clock. Why can't they go live at 7 o'clock?
On the network, right? Yeah. Why not? That'd be cool.
Go live at 7 o'clock, SmackDown from 8 to 10. Boom, you're good. Well, what I said in my review last night, I wouldn't have them on SmackDown at all. I would fucking tape the show and put it in front of Full Sail.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's...
Can you imagine these fucking guys performing in front of Billy Joe Ray Bob and his fucking 6 cows?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
You know?
They're going to be like, what is this shit? Man,
I never seen something like that except my rooster jump up and down in the morning.
Man, my sister's bigger than him. Man, my sister's bigger than everybody. Holy shit, we're assholes, I guess. Thank you, John619, for the $1 donation. If you guys want to donate, the link is in the description box down below. Feel free to chime in with the live donations. I'm looking for those $9 Raw donations. Also, click the like button and help share this video all over the internet so our video gets pushed. And tweet it at WWE people and everybody you can. And shout out to Old Man Davey who just tweeted me. What's up, Old Man Davey?
Ray Wyatt just tweeted. He says, the light is where we hide. For what we do in the shadows is who we really are. Okay.
So he's going to masturbate?
I guess so.
Behind a washing machine
Maybe Randy
or something?
Ought to be watching.
Are you watching me, Randy? Think about this. Inject it into your mouth. Hey, 571. You're on Out of Nowhere, episode 49. What's up?
Oh, what's up, Joe?
Zip it up and zip it out.
Yeah. Hey, JD, I seen your Patreon video, and I know you was talking about how like you were discouraged that your 2K video wasn't growing. I'm not trying to kiss ass or nothing, but your videos are better than like any 2K videos I've seen. Just keep working at it, bro.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, and I kind of want to talk about the women's division that you guys are talking about, and I completely agree. I heard that the match on Raw was good, but I'm frankly not invested in that feud anymore to watch the match. But the only reason why I think Raw's women's division is better than SmackDown's is because they have like a money match that you can fall back on, with Sasha and Bayley. But with SmackDown, I don't see a money match unless they looking at Nikki Bella versus Becky Lynch, and I'm not invested. I don't want to see that. So I think I can't wait for this women's tournament. Supposedly, I'm coming to the network. I really can't wait for that because they need to replenish both of these divisions. Hello?
I think he was talking to you, JD.
Oh, I thought he was talking to both of us.
No, I don't know.
I don't care who answers.
I'm joking.
Well, what they're doing is they're going to replenish the divisions. They're going to replenish everybody because they're having a women's tournament like the Cruiserweight Classic. Triple H and Stephanie are putting it together right now. They're reaching out to Shimmer. They're reaching out to several women's organizations worldwide to bring in, I don't know, 32 different women to have a Cruiserweight Classic style women's tournament. So I don't know what the winner's going to get. They might get a trophy like the Cruiserweights. They might get a fucking title shot against Asuka. I don't know. But it's coming. We're going to be fine with the women. They just need to stop giving us Charlotte and Sasha on Monday Night Raw because it's fucking boring.
Right. I think that I think it was all but confirmed that it's going to be Rude versus Joe at TakeOver San Antonio. So do you think Nakamura's winning the Rumble?
No, Nakamura's not winning the Rumble. I mentioned this on my review that's going up tomorrow. I would not. I don't think. I mean, I initially thought Nakamura was going to win it because I didn't know where they were going to go. I thought Joe was going to be called up immediately, and that's what they were doing. But now that I think about it, it's like, why would they give the title to Nakamura if Bobby Roode tonight won the #1 contendership for the world title? Why are you gonna put Nakamura against Roode? Roode inevitably is going to be the new champion. The guy needs the title. He's the most over guy in the company. I
still think Nakamura is showing up the night after WrestleMania on Raw. That's when
I think Joe's going to be in the Rumble, to be honest with you.
Yeah. JD thinks the opposite. He thinks Joe. Well, not the opposite, but JD thinks Joe.
I think
Joe's coming.
I think Dillinger and Joe are going to be in the Rumble.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
He should be. Dillinger should be doing something, man, with that 10 chance. They'll come right up. They'll get the 10 chance, and then they'll let him go. That's how it will.
Yeah. They'll release.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, what's up?
I just wanted to agree one more thing Sean said, and I'll get off. And I was talking about like how I agree with you guys how they build like no new stars. I feel like they haven't invested in anybody other than the Shield, and frankly, I don't care about anybody except.
Hey, where's Apollo Crews?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. JD thinks he pissed off somebody in SmackDown. He probably slept with Kevin Dunn's wife.
Here's what I think.
Kevin Dunn doesn't want to push Apollo Crews on SmackDown because he's got nice teeth.
Do you want to know why, Kevin? You want to know why I think Apollo Crews isn't on?
His teeth are too white, Joe.
No, it's got something to do with color, but it ain't that. I'm serious. I think it's because Apollo Crews was the only black man that wouldn't dance, wouldn't be the puppet. Think about it. Our truth, dance, New Day, dance, even Rich Swann, dance.
So you're saying that all black WWE superstars have to dance?
If they want to get over.
Cedric Alexander.
If they want to get over, they better get out there and dance. You better get out there and dance. Can you dance? Can you do the jive? Can you do that? You can't dance? What's good? What's a black man if he can't dance? You know what I mean? Come on. Where's Apollo Crews? Like, really? What the fuck? I mean, the only thing I can figure out is he doesn't dance.
They probably fucking space shuttled him off to Apollo. That's what the fuck he is.
Right. What happened? He had a match at SummerSlam, and then he's probably not even going to be on the TLC card.
Match? Does anybody remember what he did at SummerSlam?
I don't know. I don't know how you do. I have no idea. I have no clue.
Who the fuck did he fight at SummerSlam?
He fought the Miz for the IC title.
Oh, my God.
Hey, think about it. Even what's his face? My buddy who follows me on Twitter, Titus O'Neil. Where's Titus been?
Yeah.
You know, Titus
well,
ain't.
I could really care less about him or Darion.
But I mean, you're right. But he's not dancing, so get out of here. So I'm telling you, dude, it's like a weird fucking formula. You come out there and you dance, and it works out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying that I'm only saying this. I'm not trying to suck up. I'm only saying this because I have many black friends of the show and many black listeners who literally hate this. They believe this is they honestly have an issue. So I'm just sticking up. I'm just kind of voicing their opinion through mine right now because they believe that's the answer and the reason why, and they don't like it.
Donate $9.
Thanks for the call, man.
Give 0 fucks, and if you're out of luck, shucks, man, you suck. Monday Night Raw got me so uninspired. I wish I was dead. I fucking light myself on fire. $9, $9, $9, $9. Donate $9, $9, $9, $9. Raw sucks.
It's Mirov. Oh my God, Mirov is back.
I'm back, bitches.
Fuck
Joe,
yeah.
your Twitch donating website on my tablet and my phone isn't working.
Weird.
So I went on my desktop computer. Joe, you should get a wrestler to be on the show for next week's Out of Nowhere. Hashtag JR's bastard son. Hashtag CM Punk versus Joe Cronin.
Bring it on, CM Punk, unless you're afraid I'm going to take your piggy bank like your brother. But Mirov, thank you so much for the $9 donation. And I guess, yeah, maybe I'll go on desktop to try to donate. I'll try to donate on my phone, see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll have to fix something. JD, got anything about anything?
About what?
I don't know if you want to fucking tell them you were gay. Chris Lawrence now joined us. Mirov, thanks for the $9.
Mirov, I am not a homosexual.
But I am sometimes. Can you imagine being a bisexual person? It's just, what a fucking terrible thing. I want to fuck everybody!
I wanna see you naked. Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. I don't care if your whole fist goes up my asshole. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
Hi Joe, what do you think at the Royal Rumble
Hi.
to piss off the fans? Have Daniel Bryan's music.
Yeah,
Play
that'd be
then
great.
afterwards when he don't come out, the Miz music plays. Do you think that will have him more heat?
Have the
That would be that would be fucking fantastic.
It'd be
I
great.
would love that.
Have the Miz come out with like a fake beard and longer hair. And he can come out and pretend he is Daniel Bryan for a second, then rip it off and step on it and throw it out of the ring. That'd be great. That place would pop like, oh my God. And then, oh no, it's the Miz. That's so good. That'd be great. Do that. Absolutely do that. Steal that idea. Go for it. It wasn't even mine or JD's. I mean, it was the donators first.
That's a good idea.
So go for it.
Congratulations.
Watch
Watch WWE steal it.
We just projected it.
They stole fucking half of Joe's ideas. Wouldn't be surprised.
They steal my weirdest ideas too. Like they take these weird ones, like that you can't say that they didn't because it's so weird. But then like the ones that from you, it's like it's different. It's funny. It's just funny. I don't know. But anyway, just give us something, man. At least WWE gave me their fucking affiliate shit. Anyway, Chris Lawrence, what's up? Out of Nowhere 49, JD from New York on YouTube. Go check out JD's channel, JD from New York 206. That's his YouTube channel. And my YouTube channel, you're right here, Joe Cronin Show. If you're new or you're from JD's channel, click that subscribe button down below. And if you haven't, go over and subscribe to JD and click that subscribe button. Be subscribed to both of us. Otherwise, you won't understand what we're talking about sometimes because we have weird stories. Chris Lawrence, what's up?
What's up, Joe? What's up, JD?
What's up, Chris?
Bring it!
I just wanted
Show
to
me
ask.
something!
I know I asked you, Joe. I think it was last couple shows ago or something, but I want to get JD's opinion on it. I'm actually now starting to get into like the cruiserweights and stuff. I'm not saying that I wasn't before. It's just the CWC. I watched a little bit of it, but I didn't really watch a lot of it. And I know I brought up to Joe about it. Just seems like no one's really into the cruiserweights. Like the crowds are always dead and that kind of stuff. So I know I brought up to Joe possibly about bringing in it don't really even have to be the veterans. Like you don't have to bring in Hoovy and Psychosis and all of them, but bringing in someone that has like a lot of star power on the internet and stuff, like someone like Ricochet and Will Ospreay or something like that to try to get. I mean, only reason why I brought up the veterans because I think that would be good for them to kind of bring in to get TJ and Rick Swann and all these guys over by having them go up one-on-one with these guys. I just want to get your opinion on that.
I will mention something about that. But before that, Joe, can you look in the chat and ban Tyson Kidd's anus? He's using racial slurs all over the place.
Who?
I'm getting DM'd. Tyson Kidd's anus.
Oh man, it hurts so bad to To ban that guy.
But going back to Chris's question, yeah, they're gonna need some star power to get it off the ground because if people, they're gonna give it a couple of weeks to see how the crowd reacts to it after SmackDown. I think that eventually they're gonna move it before SmackDown because they don't want people leaving to miss this new show and this new initiative. Austin Aries was out there on commentary. They're gonna put him in the division. He might be doing double duty between that and NXT. That's star power right there. They have Neville. It's been rumored for weeks now. It's been talked about. Neville might be in the division. They're not doing anything with him. He could bring great matches out of Kendrick and Perkins and Gallagher. And I heard also that they might be bringing in Chavo, being that Chavo's not with Lucha Underground anymore.
Wow.
So that's another one. Yeah, that's another one. That's just a rumor. I'm not sure how likely that is, but it's definitely possible.
Hey,
so.
maybe he can lose to KANE again in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania.
Yeah, sure.
Boy, that WrestleMania pissed me off.
I like the Cruiserweights. I mean, they did a great job last night. It's just the fact that, you know, you're showing this on a Tuesday night when people are up late. They got work. They got to take the kids to school. The kids are tired. You know, they'd rather go home. They don't know who these guys are, but if you're there, you're going to remember who a Jack Gallagher is. You're going to remember who a Rich Swann is after he fucking broke down after winning the title, thanking his mother who passed away.
And because he danced.
And he danced.
Yeah. Well, see, even Ray, like when you think about it, like Ray, out of everyone I could think of, Ray would be the best one that they can. I mean, I know he's with Lucha and stuff, but he'd be like the ideal person that you can think of that would come in and kind of just tear that division apart. You know what I'm saying? Like bring in they can re-show the matches between him and Eddie and all, you know, all the stuff he's done. And when that person beats Ray, then it'd be like the next big, you know what I mean? That's just one example. I know I told Joe maybe Juventud Guerrero, since he's not signed with anyone, bringing in Psychosis back, you know, bringing some of these guys to kind of put, you know, these guys over. Because, I mean, as far as a fan of me, I would see that and go, damn, TJ Perkins beat so-and-so. That'd be fucking, you know.
I mean, I don't really think that. See, for me, Juventud is somebody that should come in to NXT Takeover, like Jushin Thunder Liger did. But I don't think I need to see him on just the regular cruiserweight. You know, I don't know, but maybe they could bring him in. Sure, just another guy.
Just give them a payday and stuff. Because when they do the packaging, kind of getting everyone hyped up for the CWC, and they're showing cruiserweight matches and stuff. A lot of those matches that you're showing are the matches with Ray and Guerrero and, you know, Hoovy and Ray and, you know, and all those kind of things like that. So, you know, maybe not to us, but the casuals, they see that and go, well, I just watched this guy with the mask. Where's that guy at? And it's like, oh, well, he's a veteran and, you know, he's not part of the organization, you know, WWE anymore. So we're going to hold off on that. But just real quick, before I get off here, I want to ask JD and you a question too, Joe. I see that lately they've been putting a lot more fan interactions with the cameras and stuff like that. And I know that, Joe, you were harping on it too, and I know a lot of us were too, about how they would switch the camera angles to someone in the crowd, and by the time they switch back, the spot's already over. Like,
yeah,
is that driving you guys crazy as much as it's driving us crazy about watching it?
Too much
fucking
going
Kevin
on.
Dunn.
It's overproducing. Everything about WWE is overproducing right now. It's overproduction. It's bad. It comes off bad. There's a bad way to edit stuff. There's a bad way of doing things. Believe it or not, you can overproduce something. The less is more sometimes. In sports entertainment, less is more. You know, you watch a hockey game and they cut when they have to. Even to this day, they cut when they have to. They're not cutting all over the place. When someone gets checked in the boards, the cameraman doesn't shake the fucking camera. And I understand that you're trying to be like a production, like an entertainment, not a sporting event, like a movie. You're trying to be more like a movie. No, don't be more like a movie.
In what sport do you know where there's a 4-man fucking announce team? Never.
Right.
Nowhere. Even NXT now added another fucking announcer. They got 3 fucking announcers.
Why haven't they added me?
I don't know.
WWE
Joe
is...
Cronin and JD.
Well, if they add me, JD will be right behind me. Don't worry.
Fuck yeah.
But let me tell you this. It's like watching a Mighty Ducks movie. Because like they got the corny shot to the fans. The only difference is in the movie, they can carefully make sure you see the shot. They're trying to edit like a Hollywood movie, but during live action. and they're missing things. And it's
Joe,
looking
did you see
stupid.
the camera angles during that Sheamus fucking Cesaro fight scene? The way they were zooming in and out.
Oh yeah, zooming in and out, zooming
I'm
on
like,
people.
what the fuck, done?
They put people sitting in a spot, then put a camera on them, then said film, and they filmed a reaction, and then they put it into the thing. It was horrible. It's so bad. Like, it's bad. I was embarrassed to be watching it. But at first I was like, cool, a bar scene. This is what we've been waiting for. And then I watched it and went, wow, this was worse than most of the night. And it's because overproduction. Overproduction PG. So when you put those two things together, you could have had that PG fight with it not overproduced, and it would have been like, that was cool. The bar fight, that was funny. Or had something memorable happen in it. But instead, it was just a stupid bar fight for no reason with people who just had to be mean because they were supposed to be. It was dumb. It was horrible. It was bad.
You gotta make sure the beer bottles fucking break when they hit the person, not right before they break. Right before they hit the person. That was driving me crazy too. I was like,
Yeah.
Can you guys not hit each other? Like, it breaks right before you hit them. I was like, that just looks like shit. And plus, it makes the talent look like shit, man. Especially when they're like, when you have someone like Samoa Joe won the title back, and they can't even fucking play the right music. You know what I mean? It don't just make the WWE look like shit. It makes Samoa Joe look like shit too.
It's
You know what I
kind of
mean?
like the other night at Top Rope Promotions. Fucking Vinny Marseglia won the match, and they played the guy's music who was coming out later. It was fucking ridiculous. Oh, here we go. Charlotte's Fake Tits is donating.
Oh shit.
Donate $9 if you give 0 fucks. And if you're out of luck, shucks, man, you suck. Monday Night Raw got me so uninspired. I wish I was dead. I fucking light myself on fire. $9, $9, $9, $9. Donate $9, $9, $9, $9. Raw sucks.
Bruins suck. Let's go Rangers.
Actually, the Rangers have been better recently, but you still haven't won a cup. But the Bruins did in 2011. Charlotte's Fake Tits, thank you so much for the $9 donation, man. I appreciate it. By the way, John Tortorella, before he left, covered the entire New York Rangers dressing room in his own semen. I just wanted to get that out there and say that. Yes, he did. Man juice everywhere for Tortorella.
Couldn't hold it. Couldn't hold it.
And now they have that homo fucking from Vancouver coaching the New York Rangers. But anyway, let's move on. By the way, he looks like the McDonald's like burglar guy, like the purple or the grimace or the hamburglar guy. I don't know. Who's the coach of the Canucks? Who's the coach of the Rangers now? Fuck.
I don't know, man. I don't watch hockey. You would know better than me.
God damn it. He's French, but I can't think of the name. God fucking damn. Oh, Vignon. L.A. Vignon. Sounds like what you would throw up if you ate a fish sandwich the wrong way. You'd be like, oh, I'm eating this fish sandwich. This is pretty... and then you realize it's gone bad. You know, you're like, oh, fish sandwich. L.A. Vignon! L.A. Vignon! Yeah, there's your coach of the Rangers, New York City. A fucking... Sorry, I really went too much on the... He said Bruins suck. Why do you both eventually beating New Day in the tag titles? Also, Slater, Rhino losing the belts at TLC. Their championship run has been a waste since they won them. Pretty much, they really kind of has. Like, the belts are... Both title belts for both shows have really been pointless.
Is anybody going to be over if they beat the New Day for the titles? I mean, really?
It doesn't matter.
Does it even matter?
The only thing that's cool to me about the whole thing is I literally got to call a demolition match a few weeks ago, and then got to meet them, and I thought that was cool. And out of all this stuff, I forgot to say, hey, how does it feel about the New Day beating your record? I never even thought about it. I should have interviewed them, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, that would have been a great upload.
Do you know if they watch the product or not?
I did mention that. They said once in a while they'll tune in, but not really. Like they're busy with their own stuff. I think one of the guys is a psychologist. I forget. I don't remember. But
yeah, what do you think about people saying the Revival will win the titles from the New Day right before they break the record?
Man, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
That's a neat idea, but
I'd rather have Enzo and Cass win it.
Why not
I would
bring
have had
up?
the fucking. I would have the club win it.
Do you think the
on Sunday.
WWE is going to call Demolition?
What do you mean call them?
Like call them, have them come on the show? Because they've been mentioning Demolition. You think like you figure WWE would reach out and be like, "Hey, Demolition, why don't you? We
Why
want
were
to
they embarrassed?
come on Raw." Well, maybe Demolition wants to, not stop them from beating their record. That'd be cool. I saw them wrestle. I saw them wrestle the other night. They did all right. They could lose in 5 minutes or so, and make it look like not pathetic. They really could. I saw them taking bumps the other day. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Do it up again, baby. Keep them $9 coming. Travis, let's go. Hit me.
Donate $9 if you give 0 fucks. And if you're out of luck, shucks, now you suck. Monday Night Raw got me so uninspired. I wish I was dead. I fucking light myself on fire. $9, $9, $9, $9. Donate $9, $9, $9, $9. Raw sucks. Travis
Women's
Saint.
title means dick on Raw. The WCW title changed 15 times in a month or two in the Monday Night Wars. Don't you look back and say we shouldn't do this. I mean, these titles are meaningless. WCW made their world title worth shit when they did it.
Oh, that's a good point. There's a lot of things that made that WCW title end up becoming worth shit.
Hello?
Bisexual Cronin, thank you for the $1 donation. Charlotte's fake ass tits, John 619, and now Travis Saint. Thank you, Travis Saint, for donating. If you say hello again, 585, I'm gonna fucking hang up on you.
Can I speak?
Who's on the phone now? What the fuck going on?
585. I just almost hung up on him. 585.
No. Hey,
585.
guys.
What's up?
All right, so a little side story. Actually, before I start, I was at the Raw, the Go Home show in Buffalo, and I was at a restaurant, and I had this poster that said JD from New York, and then on the back of it said Roman Sucks, and these guys from Toronto hold up the Roman Sucks sign to take a picture from it, and these little kids, give it a hell yeah! And these little kids sitting across from us are like, why are you hating on Roman Reigns, man? And I just say, because he's horrible. And then my dad and I are laughing. It was funny. And then I told the guys to follow JD because JD's a freaking beast. So, JD, I like everything you say. And Joe, I just subscribed to you today. I'm gonna get into your stuff a lot now because I was watching the past videos today and they're really good.
Dude, you should have returned around instead of saying Roman sucks because he's horrible. You should have turned around when the kid says, "Why are you hating on Roman Reigns?" You should have said, "Why are you hating on Roman Reigns, man?"
No, you know what? I'll tell you what you should have done. You should have said, I know Roman sucks. And then the kid would be like, oh, yeah. And you'd be like, yeah, I know Roman sucks for a fact. Want to see why? And then take your dick out and then put a hole right in fucking the Roman Reigns poster and start fucking it. Better yet, carry around a Roman Reigns picture with a hole in the mouth. And then every time when you walk on, just say, Roman Reigns sucks, Roman Reigns sucks. And everybody's like, no, he doesn't. You can be like, oh, yeah? And just go at it.
Exactly. Actually, my dad and I have such a connection when it comes to wrestling. He loves this type of stuff, and I wrote my college essay on it.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Well, then, hey, fucking Roman Reigns has a connection with your cock now, too.
Oh, shit. Sean's using the chat.
I
Real
don't want
Sean's
that to
using the
happen.
chat.
Do Sean's
Well,
use
anyway,
entertainment.
I want to talk about the Raw Tag Team division a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
What
so
tag team division?
I was watching Raw last night, and I'm like, shit, I really want the club to win this one. The New Day, they're getting a little boring to me. Even though they have a pop every single time they come out with the whatever the city is. I wanted the club to win.
Well, it's the big slow.
I wanted the club to win because I really do want a little shake-up. I want Cesaro and Sheamus to challenge them for the belts. I'm going to tell you the reason why. I see Cesaro on Twitter, complaining about, being on Raw and all that stuff. And I actually saw Kenny Omega asking what his T-shirt size was the other day on Twitter, which I thought was kind of funny.
You got to watch my news report. I was talking about that in the news report, man. I got to get Cesaro out of there.
Yeah. And I don't know, I feel like as a wrestling fan, I have like a connection with Cesaro. Like he's struggling, he's struggling with his job. A lot of people feel that in life. And I'm like, I want this guy to win really, really bad. But at the same time, I'm like, I really want Enzo and Cass to win because my dad was born in Venice. And like, how you doing? Like, I love it, but I want Cesaro and Sheamus to win those belts really bad. So I think the pop, if they did it at Mania, I think the pop would be crazy. And I don't know. I think it'd be nuts. And I just want your guys' thoughts on that.
Man, I don't know. I think he at one point he had a real high stock. I don't know how big it would be now, but I think him in a solid match would get a great reaction and he'd be popular. Just put him. I just want to see him in a good mid card area. That's all I want to see, JD.
I don't care. Enzo and Cass are so fucking like they fucked up on them, dude. They're nothing but comedy right now. They gotta do something to make them a little bit more serious. You got Enzo standing naked, showing off his certified D. Every week is the fucking same shit. Couple of haters, whatever.
I mean, they work. It's just they need to every once in a while.
They need to become serious. Every now and then the jokes are okay, but they got to become serious sometimes.
They gotta mix in a little bit more seriousness with them, and they have to. And eventually, they gotta win titles eventually at some point. They're not just there because my name is Enzo, and I'm gonna talk all this stuff, and then we're gonna come out here. I'm gonna hit my head, and I'm gonna lose. My record on Monday Night Raw is 2-17. How you doing? Is it something like that? I mean, it's it's not that far away from what it is. What is this here? Match stopped at NXT tapings?
Why?
I'm trying to open it up.
Was it the Authors of Pain?
That's a pretty good guess. If it wasn't, that's not bad.
Someone tweeted me a video saying that they fucking destroyed these two local guys.
I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see here. Oh, God. Ref stoppage. Medics checking on one wrestler. Authors of Pain. The Authors of Pain went up against two enhancement talents. Johnny Vandal. Johnny Vandal is the one who's hurt.
I'm sorry, Mr. Vandal.
Sounds
like a fucking guy that you'll come across in fucking Final Fight down some dark alley.
You were vandalized by
probably would be one of those bosses with like fucking yellow health. Johnny Vandal.
Johnny Vandal. It sounds like a terrible new Mortal Kombat character. They're like,
what would be his fatality?
Yeah, I know what it would be. He shaves the other guy's balls and runs away. And then cuts them in the throat with the razor. You're like, that's what his move is? He shaves their balls? And then... Or he chops off your privates. That's fine right there. Johnny Vandal chops off your privates. 720, you're on Out of Nowhere with JD from New York and Joe Cronin, episode 49.
Hey, what's going on, Joe?
How you doing, man?
Hey, first, before I start, just want to thank you guys. Love your show. A lot of my military friends, too, that are deployed right now, they really love you guys' show, too.
That's fucking awesome because that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they really love your show, especially through some hard times over there. It's really something to kick back and relax when we're missing out on the stuff back home. But,
hey, you know what, though?
Wanted to say that.
If it ever gets too bad out there in the military and you guys are deployed somewhere crazy, you have my permission to just kill somebody. So like an innocent person. Just be like, you know what? I've had a bad day. This sucks. Just no one will know.
Yeah.
Nobody will know.
Oh yeah.
So and while you do it, just envision Kevin Dunn.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
no,
yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
But I love you guys. Thank you. That's really cool.
All right. Thank you, Joe. So what I was gonna say though, I heard JD. I love JD because he's so outspoken. So as far as the stars, that's the problem with WWE nowadays. There are no stars. And from what I'm seeing, it's kind of like a lot of the stars, on the indies, don't want to come here. If you think about it, like Kenny Omega, the Young
Yeah.
Bucks, Ibushi didn't even sign a deal full time because he already knows what's going to happen. I don't know if it's kind of the WWE way now, as far as that. I didn't know what you guys think about that because I really would like Kenny Omega to come, but I already don't even want that to happen, honestly, because I know what would happen. It domesticate him.
He'll want to change eventually. Wrestlers always want to change. Eventually, he might want to change.
Listen, Kenny Omega is fucking phenomenal at what he's doing right now, but everything that he's doing right now, it might be great and great for him now, but it's going to reach a limit. He's going to want more. He's going to be like, what else can I fucking do to cement my legacy as one of the greatest of all time?
Right.
And Triple H is going to give him the money because now he stayed with New Japan after attempts by Triple H to bring him over to NXT. Now that he's even more successful before when Triple H tried to get him, he's going to demand more money because he's so much better than he was 2 or 3 years ago when Triple H tried to get him.
Right.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And Triple H is going after the Young Bucks in 2017. That's already confirmed.
Oh, yes?
Yeah.
It's about time.
What about the old Bucks? Bob Evans and fucking Craig Costa. Come on, the old Bucks are here. Sorry.
So my other question, too, I did my own research because I don't like to start gossip or nothing like that without looking up the facts. So I noticed the New Day, they keep bringing up this Demolition record. So I saw before, but this whole, you guys know, too, the whole concussion lawsuit coming up. Do you think it's kind of like an FU a little bit? Because I saw that Smash from Demolition was one of the plaintiffs in that lawsuit that's still ongoing with the WWE. Do you think that's kind of like maybe a FU a little bit to keep throwing that in there?
I did not know that, and I gotta say, if he's on the lawsuit, why the hell was he taking bumps a couple weeks ago? And
who's on the lawsuit? Darso, right?
I think it was Barry Darso.
Yeah, Darso.
Unless I read the wrong
I heard
thing.
Solomons to talk about this.
Why the
months
fuck
ago.
was he out taking bumps in Bridgewater the other night then with me when I was
Yeah,
there?
because I know it was him. Like,
Dude, Chavo Guerrero was on the
same.
same fucking list, and look at what he's doing in Lucha Underground, dude. Are you fucking kidding me?
Then what are these?
Exactly, yes.
What the fuck?
Barry Darso. So I guess it's a whole concussion lawsuit. I didn't even know about it, really, because I was like, until one of my friends brought it to my attention. He was like, they keep bringing up Demolition. Do you think they're trying to do an AJ Lee? And I was like, what are you talking about? Smash, he's on that lawsuit with like 51 other former wrestlers.
You're right. Maybe
so
they won't bring them.
They're doing this to get back at him.
Maybe they won't bring him back then. Yeah, you're right. I could see. I gotta be honest. I'm a vindictive person. I might do that too. But you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not too vindictive, but I mean, but wait a minute. He's wrestling the other night. So it's like these people. If you're really, there's really something wrong. Here's another interesting thing. When I was at Hell in a Cell with Leah, we're in the front row. Sitting right across from us was Chris Nowinski.
Yeah.
Chris Nowinski's like the whole damn ringleader of this fucking thing.
Huh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Is that kind of well, never mind. I'm not even going to get into that, too, with CM Punk and the whole Colt Cabana thing, because never mind. We ain't even going to get into that. Nope.
I don't know. Man, I don't know what's going on with them, but I know Colt Cabana's supposed to be on our show about 900 times ago, but... Colt,
exactly.
His movie's out, too. He said when the movie comes out, where the hell are you? Colt, let's go.
Yep.
Bitch.
But, that was my only concern, because I didn't know if you guys had known anything about that, especially when you brought up Demolition. And I was like, maybe this is interesting, a good old way. You know how Vince is sometimes. Vince can be a vindictive guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck that guy. That guy's on that list trying to fuck me.
Yep. So
forget this.
I don't know.
But there's business to be done. There's business to be done, though. If they wanted Demolition, they could have him, and they would. I could see the WWE doing it and ignoring it. Sometimes they bury people. It's just you never know. Sometimes like people do something you think offends them. But then, for the better of business, they do it. They do something else. They work with them.
I thought it was going to be I thought they were going to go into Hall of Fame this year coming up. I was like, maybe that's why they keep bringing up Demolition. But then one of my friends, and I was looking at other shows like that too, that was saying there was a lawsuit. So I did my own research, and I was like, wow, Barry Darso's actually on there as one of the plaintiffs.
But then look what
I didn't know either way.
Well, look what they did with China. In Ultimate Warrior, anybody who had a little bit of a personal issue too at the same time, like those things were. Those were really tough to get over, and they never got over the China situation. So that never will have been resolved really. But Demolition, I feel like it's not personal with Demolition really. They're on a list. It's like that's bad, but I can see them still having Demolition on because I don't think it's as personal with Demolition. You know, if Demolition was out there like saying these crazy things, you know, it would be harder. Plus, you know, like the more bigger star you are, value you are, the more you can say it. Like Ultimate Warrior said some crazy shit about WWE, and he eventually came back. You know,
look at Bret Hart.
And Bret Hart too. Yeah, I mean, and he still says stuff. I mean, how can he still comes back for things? And I mean, he has buried Triple H. I mean, the last I don't know, maybe it's why we haven't seen him that much, because the last 4 years, even a year ago, the stuff he said about Triple H is like, holy shit. Like, he basically said, can you fucking remember a match that Triple H had that matters? I don't. I can't. Nope. You know, he's... and
that actually brings up another point, too, like within that whole family realm. You see, well, I know you guys don't watch it. I don't really watch it either. I just... my wife watches it from time to time. The Total Divas, they took off Tyson Kidd. I think it's because of like that whole injury thing that happened. It's like he vanished. Like I remember he was on there like one season. I would look at it. Now he's like disappeared. And then when I looked further into it, they're like they took him off, especially with the injuries and all this stuff.
Well, he was on there with the injury though. He was on there with the neck brace thing for a while.
Yeah. They took him off the new one. I guess my wife gets me all into it, I guess. But
maybe it's because he's always depressed.
Yeah, they took him off because I don't know what happened with the injury. So I was looking further into the news. They took him off of it, off the show. Like, he's like gone.
I was talking to him a couple months ago. He didn't say anything about it. But he follows me on Twitter. He's pretty cool. But honestly, I don't know how he lives with Natty. I mean, she is fucking... her cat shit and her dumb shit. Like, I mean, I watch that show and I just think, like, this is exactly what you don't want ever to deal with. Like, if you're out there...
That goes to a prime point about WWE not making stars. Tyson Kidd, I think he could have been somewhere. He could have been a strong mid-carder or something.
If he didn't steal my fact thing, then he would have been he wouldn't have gotten hurt. The gods were like, that's it. You stole Joe Corona's shit.
Hey, we need to put you on that lawsuit too, Joe.
Yeah,
stealing your ideas. We need to copyright that stuff.
How freaky that he got hurt on that muscle buster. It was just so goofy.
Yeah.
It was executed perfectly.
He had a 5% chance of actually surviving that injury, Joe.
That is unbelievable. Like, he should never. I mean, not. He
should be dead right now.
It really sucks, but he should never wrestle again. I mean, isn't his neck weak now because of it too? Like, couldn't that happen again now?
Yeah, he's done. He's done. I think he's done.
Yeah, I mean, he's lucky to be here. I mean, that's so shitty.
But it's a muscle buster. I don't remember. I'm remembering back in the old TNA days when I used to watch it when Joe did it. Is it executed a little different now? Because it seemed like it was I don't know if it's the same way before when he drops him, like, you know, when he does the sprint and drops him like on the back, or like would he drop him like straight?
He would hold
him. In TNA, he dropped people straight down. In WWE, it's more like he's got him in a suplex position, but it's like it's not a vertical. It's more like a package on his shoulder, and he drops him down on his back.
It's a package stunner, package pile driver, package stunner type of deal. It's a package. You know, but even with those package maneuvers, people get hurt too, because it's weird, because like you're holding on to somebody and then you get spiked into the ground all of a sudden. The other night, JT Dunn, the Juice, he was wrestling Teddy Goods, and I was calling the match, and I didn't realize it till afterwards that JT was hurt. And he got hurt, I believe. He tweaked something on his thigh, and it happened during the package stunner. Teddy Goods does this package stunner where the guy gets on his back, kind of, he goes up and grabs them off the top of the turnbuckle, and he carries them in the middle of the ring and then drops them on their butt as their legs are there, and it's a package stunner. And and it just did something to his leg, I guess. And man, I don't know how he continued, because he couldn't walk in the back.
Pentagon Dark on Lucha Underground did a fucking package pile driver to a female tonight.
Really?
Oh, wow.
It was fucking
Can I ask you guys...
See her package.
Can I ask you guys one more question, and then I'll get off the show?
And there it was. We'll see it. No, I'm just kidding.
So, I know you guys we were talking about the stars and stuff too, like that. Do you think, because I noticed how they did it with Kevin Owens, even though we knew Owens was coming up eventually, but it seemed like a month or so before he actually came up. Do you think that it would be good maybe to incorporate kind of like the NXT stars, maybe a little bit, like bring it up as far as getting some star power through, even though, like I said, it's not logical. I know in an aspect, I think it would be good. Like, say, like, for SmackDown, even though, because right now they said Nakamura, their plans are to try to keep him as long-term like they did with Finn, but he's not getting any younger. Do you think, like, for Mania, because I don't see him coming up by Mania. I don't see it. I see him being, like, the star for that show. But, like, could you see them, like, possibly bringing stars up? Just, you know, maybe, like, for 1 match, 2 matches to introduce these stars before they come up so it won't be a problem. Like, Nakamura and Styles, I really want to see that at Mania. That would tear the house down. I think that would be a good way to at least get some star power up there. Do you guys think that that's possible, that WWE may do that to help with the star power at least?
You know what? I'll real quick, let me throw my thing in here. I thought Nakamura would debut after WrestleMania, but, you know, maybe because they're desperate and they have to sell WrestleMania tickets, they have to do something. But we had talked about Undertaker and AJ Styles and, you know, Cena and AJ Styles and all these things. So I think they have enough of stars because they're going to do it with the Triple H's and the Goldbergs and shit like that.
Yeah, and everybody's back from injury, which we discussed last week as well. But it should be not more. It should be more about how WWE is going to book Nakamura instead of when Nakamura is going to make his debut. That's what I'm concerned about. You cannot have Nakamura on every fucking show.
Nope.
Yeah. Don't overexpose Nakamura.
You can't do it like a Tajiri. They're terrible with Japanese stars. That's why Ibushi didn't sign. He knows.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I'm telling you right now, you cannot have that entrance on SmackDown or Raw every week. You can't. I would book Nakamura maybe twice a month. That's it.
Well, do you think what about Nakamura having another entrance like Balor? How Balor has the demon thing. What if Nakamura had like a generic entrance?
But he doesn't have a generic entrance
for
on
Raw.
On NXT. He comes out the same way every time.
You know what, though, dude?
Even when he's fighting a bum.
He's going to do the same entrance all the time because think about it. Would you tell Goldust back in the day, you know, don't do this every time? He did it every time. Comes out to Raw. Comes out and every time. You do it every time. Just never, ever, ever have lip-syncing whatever violinists jumping around like idiots that don't know the song. Awful. That was so bad. That entrance was ruined for me because I was like, who are these fucktards?
Yeah, but dude, they were more about aesthetics, though. They weren't there to play.
Yeah,
they were
but
just
it was
there to add a look.
It was, but it was annoying to me. Like the guy jumped during the wrong part, like he was like, yeah, like it was rock guitar or something. It was like, this was retarded. Go back and watch it. It's fucking terrible. It's embarrassing to me. I was uncomfortable watching that entrance because those people were so dumb. It was like watching a bunch of like little kids trying to like, I don't fucking know. It was just bad. It was like watching a terrible band, middle school band or something like. Ugh, it was worse than that. It was, I can't even tell you, man. It was just bad. It drove me nuts. Pissed me off. The Bobby Roode lip syncing made me mad, and then that just set me over. Then I really lost it. What else we got? Anything else that you wanted to mention?
What did you think about Kevin Owens being pinned clean on Monday Night Raw?
By who?
Roman Reigns.
Oh, Reigns? Oh, that's right. I barely remember it. I gotta be honest, I barely remember it.
Yeah, Reigns beat him clean with a spear.
Stupid.
And he's number one contender because he beat Kevin Owens.
I hate that. What makes him the number one contender? He beat the champion. I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah.
Don't beat the champion. Beat somebody else to become the number one contender.
And people are arguing with me on my Raw review, like, why are you complaining? I'm like, he's the fucking world champion. Why are you pinning the champion clean?
Kevin Owens already.
Jesus Christ.
Kevin Owens already doesn't seem booked well enough and booked heavy enough. He already seems that way. And Jericho's overshadowing some of the stuff he's doing. Kevin Owens needs everything he can to look like the man, the champion. And then you take a guy who was pushed as the man and he beats him. So it was terrible. It was never, ever should that have been done. That was enraging. I don't care what classic, logic you put into it, and this is what you do, Joe. You book you have the face go over the heel for the, I hate that. I don't care what you say in the old tricks and you don't understand psychology of wrestling and this is why we did it. No. It was fucking stupid.
And he's the United States champion. What the fuck are they going to do with the belt? He hasn't even defended the title.
It's dumb. He hasn't He should be going through the ringer with that U.S. title, defending the fuck out of it, like John Cena or something, defending the shit out of it, all kinds of matches and ways, and putting that title over, and then if he did do that, you would then say, God damn, Roman Reigns is on fire. He's fucking crazy. This United States title. And then eventually, when Roman Reigns gets to having the opportunity to wrestle with Kevin Owens or somebody, you would take him seriously. And you wouldn't just take him seriously because WWE shoved him down your throat. You wouldn't just take him seriously because you had to. You take him seriously because of the track record and the backstory of everything he's been through. But he hasn't been through that now, and he just beats the champion. What the fuck was that?
So
stupid.
What
you do is you have a title. I don't know, man. I don't even know what you do. You have a triple threat match: Owens, Jericho, and Roman Reigns. And this isn't now. You have Roman Reigns for another 3 months or whatever, defending this title and beating people. And then you put him in a triple threat: Owens, Reigns, and maybe whoever else, Kevin Owens and Jericho. You have Jericho and Owens double team Roman Reigns, and then he loses the title. Now Jericho has his United States title. Now Roman Reigns has a legitimate reason to chase these guys. And then maybe he fights and can beat Kevin Owens or something for the title eventually. But it's like, why, if you're going to do it that classic way, do that. Why would you do this? And even if Roman Reigns doesn't win the title, he still beat Owens. It still didn't make any sense.
I don't know, man. I've never seen Balor pin clean when he was NXT champion. I haven't seen Joe pin clean. I haven't seen Nakamura pin clean.
Right.
I don't know why Kevin Owens has got to been.
Well,
I mean, look at AJ Styles. He lost to fucking Ellsworth 3 fucking times. Like, I understand it's just a bridge to get to Ambrose, but still, these are your world champions. Why are they being embarrassed?
Didn't we see Nakamura beat clean against Joe recently? But he lost the title.
No, I'm talking about on regular NXT television. I'm not talking about it at a pay-per-view.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, because that's a big match, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You wouldn't bring Nakamura out. You're right. You would never see Nakamura come out as the champion and then just lose to somebody. Yeah. Now the argument, JD, would be that he's a face, so of course you wouldn't do that. But we've seen faces do it too. But no, you wouldn't do it to either one. You just wouldn't do it. You should be keeping them away from each other as much as you can. You should be making Roman Reigns running over people. So that and then Kevin Owens running over people. Like, you should be having Kevin Owens beat people legitimately. And then have Jericho, screw over some people too, maybe. But make Kevin Owens legitimate. I mean, I know they're going for the whole, he's like a little... It just doesn't work with Owens. Owens doesn't work like the whole sniveling sort of crybaby thing. Like
it's gonna result in that again, dude, because he lost clean on Raw. You think he's going to lose clean again at Roadblock? No, Jericho's going to come in there and they're going to prolong this thing, and he's going to win. Jericho's going to win, or Owens is going to help Jericho win, or I'm sorry, Jericho's going to help Owens win, and it's going to result in him cheating to win again.
Right.
I
don't know.
It's fucking ridiculous.
The Drep goes running people over. Ouch. I got to be honest, man. I wanted to fucking go longer tonight, but I got to get out of here. It's my fault. I got to go to work.
That's all right.
I got a bunch of shit I got to do.
I got to work tomorrow, too.
Yeah, I got to work on some ring or something. Hopefully next week, guys, we'll get this shit together. I will get set up earlier. We'll do a longer Out of Nowhere. Maybe JD and I will even hook up this weekend for something, and we'll go live or do some kind of prediction shit. I am very, very sorry to everybody we didn't take your phone calls. If you missed being on tonight, I'm really sorry. Please call back again next week on Wednesday, or call me this weekend during the TLC review. And that's about it. JD from New York, 206. Go subscribe to JD's channel on YouTube. Over 60,000 people already have. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I hope you can click that red subscribe button down below as well. Click a like on the like button. Stick the thumb up our asses so this video gets big time credit. More importantly, watch our videos constantly all day. Hell, go to sleep to them so the watch time accumulates and the algorithm kicks in and YouTube pushes our videos everywhere. Thank you for donating tonight, too. We appreciate the shit out of that during the holiday season. You're still pumping out the donations, which we could use. Go check out JD on Patreon, patreon.com/JDfromny206. Support him monthly on Patreon. That is huge for us. We really rely on those Patreon donations and support $5, $2, whatever. If you support me with $10, or I will get a shot. You'll get a shout out on the shows. With $20, I will shout you out. Shout out your Twitter. Shout out your Facebook. Whatever you want. Shout it out, or product, or advertisement, whatever it is. Just message me on Patreon when you support with those $20. JD has a bunch of perks too, so go check his Patreon. Hit us up on Twitter at JoeCroninshow and at JDfromny206. And fuck, I think I nailed everything. We talked about the t-shirts earlier, and that's it. We didn't get killed on Cyber Monday, JD.
No, I did not. No, I'm still alive.
What was Black Friday like at the jewelry place?
I wanted to fucking stab somebody.
Okay. You know what I want to do? I want to put
I got a customer service story this week off the script.
Oh, all right, off the script. Listen up. You know what I would do? The lady be like, "Oh, this doesn't fit," or like whatever. And then I would put the ring on. I'd be like, "Look, it fits me just fine, lady. Look at that, it fits me." And then punch her right in the eye. Look at that, the apple of my eye. I punched you in the eye, you fuck. I'm gonna sue you. What's there to take?
JD, oh, Joe.
Holy shit! All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you. We'll see you this week.
Kevin Dunn. Vince, I got an erection. Erection. Where's Pat Patterson?
Pat Patterson will touch me.